morning, student. Last video I have discussed about the different sources. Today I will start that some of the sources which are left now. So here you can see one bearded man, and depend on the picture you can understand this man is wearing one shawl, and also here he has some beard and his eyes is little close. So this beardman pictures is discovered in Mohenjo-daro, and it is one type of the statue of a yogi, and it is also proved the skill of artisans of the Harappan civilization. So great artistic skills have proved by this bearded man. Next is dancing girls. The bronze statue, it was a bronze statue. It is also found in the Mohenjo-daro, and it also proved that high degree of development of art and sculptures, and its figure shows a vigor, varieties, and ingenuity. This is the vigor means is the physical strength, it proved that, and variety means differentiate, means the different type of pictures, also different type of cultures also. And you can see the dancing, you already saw the dancing girls pictures. Here is a picture, you can see that the hand also there have the bundles, and also the ignitis means the quality of skill. I have written here, it is little obscure, so it is means the quality of skill. The right arm of the dancing girls rests on the hip, and the left arms heavily bangled. It holds a small bows against her left leg. You can see here is a small holding a bowl also. So it was a picture of a dancing girl. Next we'll discuss about the dockyard. A rectangular dockyard was discovered. Where it is discovered? Lothal, and Lothal, this site is in Gujarat, and it was surrounded by the massive brick wall. Massive brick wall, probably a protection against the floods. So they have made the walls to protect the against the flood. The dockyard made, here is a picture also, Lothal dockyard, and it is also great, means important port of the Harappan civilization, and it was bricks, and there was connected by the channel of Gulf of Cambe. Lothal was an important trading and manufacturing center. So if this type the questions also coming, important trading and manufacturing center of Indus Valley civilization, it is Lothal. And the Indus Valley and used for the carrying out of the overseas trade. So trade purpose, Lothal become very important for the Harappan peoples. Next is script. Harappans use the script which regard pictography. You can understand the pictography, picture form of writing. Since it is signed represent birds also, fish also, varieties of human form also. The number of signs of Harappan script is approx 375 to 400. The script is found in seals. It was inscribed in seals, means copper tools, rims of jars, and copper and terracotta tablets, and signboard. So it was one type of the inscription, like a form of inscription. This was engraved. These are the script engraved, because that time was not there any paper, there was not any paper pen, so they engraving on the wall, clay tables, copper plates, whatever. And you know it is a bronze, so copper and tin both are available there, but only iron was not there. Next, discovery of Harappan site. You can see that different type of Harappan site. Harappa, it was discovered by Sani 1921, first discovered. So depending on the variety, it was also known as Indus Valley civilization, also known as Harappan civilization. Next one, Mohenjo-daro 1922, R.D. Banerjee. Mohenjo-daro 1931, N.G. Majumdar, Kalibangan. It is in Rajasthan. B.B. Lal and A.N. Ghosh 1953, Code Surkotada, Dholavira is Gujarat. So next, Next, we will discuss about the origin of the civilization. There are the several theories about the origin of Harappan civilization. One is the foreign origin, and another one is the indigenous origin. Means the foreign peoples came and settled in these portions where the Harappan civilizations was flourished. Maybe by the foreign invention it was happened, or maybe the indigenous origin means the Indian peoples who were in this portion only, they only developed this society. So first of all, we'll discuss some of the scholars believe that the civilization come into existence as a result of certain migration people, which is urban civilization to the Indus basin. Migrated people, migration, it was happen. Some of the historian thinking, and these scholars, according to the scholar, Harappan civilization was an offshoot of Mesopotamian civilization. Why they are imagining that they are thinking that they have the one relation with the Mesopotamian civilization. Offshoot means branch of the Mesopotamian civilization, because some of the seals of Harappan seals were found in Mesopotamia. So that's why they are thinking. However, the excavations at various Harappan sites have indicated the striking differences between the Harappan and Mesopotamia. To differentiate the civilization policies or also system features, so there are the great difference. And that also the some of the scholar also held the view that trade with the Mesopotamia played an important role played an important role in the transformation of the Harappan civilization. And some of the historian thinking only the trade in between the two civilizations, eh, it helped only the transforming the Harappan civilization. It was not the foreign invention. And the form of the early stage, the Harappan civilization form of the early stage and the mature phase, but this theory has been rejected on this ground that no evidence of trade or the Mesopotamia during the early Harappan period has been found, because they are thinking it was happened in the early stage or maybe the mature stage, early stage to the mature stage it was happened, but the early stage there was no evidence. So that's why this theory is rejected. Now Harappan civilizations has also the three period. So I will check this one, three part of the Harappan civilizations. See here, stage of the civilizations. So early Harappan stage is 3300 BC to 2600 BC. Mature is 2600 BC to 1900 BC. And late Harappan is 1900 to 1500 BC. 1500 BC, and it was a time of decline. So you can understand the stage. Next, this is indigenous origin. The recent research show that the roots of the Harappan civilization is lie deep in the Indian soil only. It's not come from the foreign. According to the some historians, urban Harappan culture was only the outgrowth of the extensive local village culture. Yes, that culture, Indian culture, local cultures was flourished. It was expanded. Maybe it is with the help of the Mesopotamian civilization with their culture, but it is actually the Indian culture, and it is our ancient culture and the village culture and not the foreign origin. This culture probably contributed to the growth of urban civilization together with the external stimulus and provided by the trade contact of the Mesopotamia. It can be stimulated by Mesopotamians with the help of the Mesopotamian civilizations, but directly not change the society, directly not involve the Mesopotamian civilization to flourish this Harappan civilization. These historians, this culture probably contributed to the growth of Harappan civilization. Sorry, this historian we are discussing here only. This historian found some of the marked similarities between the pre-Harappan and proto-Harappan culture where they got at Kordiji. These are the site Amri, Kalibangan. In terms of granary, defensive walls, long distance trade, and the settlements. So if you're going to compare the pre-Harappan and proto-Harappan site, means early Harappan and the late Harappan, so there have the similarities in different places, like that granary also, defensive walls also, long distance trade also, and from this historian concluded the Harappan civilization evolved from these agriculture communities. So these are the things like the defensive walls, granaries, it is related with the agriculture. Long distance trains, trade, so their trade and commerce business is related with agriculture only, and that's why they made the defensive wall. People cannot attack them. Next, extend the civilization. The entire area of the Harappan civilization is a triangular shapes and account for the about 1.3 million square meter. You have to remember 1.3 million square meter, the largest area of the Harappan civilization, and in ancient civilization, largest area amongst ancient civilization. It was the largest, means whatever the ancient civilization was flourished among them, it is the largest, and it extended from the Sud Kajendar, it was in Baluchistan, to Alamgirpur. So let's see the map. Here you can understand. You can see that here Sud Kajendar, this from Sud Kajendar to Alamgirpur, and it is one type of the triangular shape. You can understand the extent of the Harappan civilization. So I told Sud Kajendar to Alamgirpur, it was Balochistan, and here it was in Alamgirpur in the UP, here Manda to Bhagwan. So we are discussing here that West Alamgirpur in the upper Ganga Jamuna Dwaf in western UP. In the east, and from the Manda in Jammu, and the north the Bhagat Raf is in Narmada estuary in the south. The Harappan culture covered the parts of Punjab, Haryana, Sindh, Baluchistan, Gujarat, Rajasthan, and the fingers of the Rajasthan and fringes of the western Uttar Pradesh. Fringes means this is the branches. Consequently of the partition of India, the main center of the civilization, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Chanod-daro, Sutkajendar, and now in Pakistan. Maximum or major portion of this Harappan civilization now in Pakistan. Some of the center this civilization is Manda, Banwali, Kalibugan, Alamgirpur, Lothal, Rupar, Rangpur. In recent years, many more extensions of the civilization in Gujarat and Punjab have been discovered. Dhulavira, it is in Gujarat, is the most prominent among them. In India, the largest site of the Harappan civilization was Mohenjo-daro and Harappan, Kalibangan and Lothal. These are the four largest sites. The two most important Harappan sites, the Harappan in it is in Montgomery district in Punjab, and Mohenjo-daro in Larkana district in Sindh. Now both in Pakistan, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. So Montgomery one in Larkana district. So these two sites linked by the river Indus is the name of the civilization in Indus Valley civilization. These both cities in both side of this Indus river. Its third city lies at the Chanod-daro, about 130 kilometers south of the Mohenjo-daro. It is 130 kilometers far from that Mohenjo-daro. The fourth city is in Lothal in Gujarat, at the head of the Gulf of Kambe. It is a totally head of the, in the top of the Gulf of Kambe. And the fifth city is Kalibangan in Rajasthan, northern Rajasthan, and sixth called the Banwali is situated in the Hisar district in Haryana. So Haryana district Haryana state one site of the Harappan civilization is Banwali. You have to remember the Harappan culture has been found is a mature and flourishing stage. Not only these 6 cities but also the sites of the Sutkajendra, Surkotada, each which has the citadel. Both are the each of which has a citadel. Citadel, you know that society total city was divided in two parts, citadel and lower town. So citadel where the priest classes or higher classes were living. Later Harappan page also has a discovery in Rangpur and Kathuvara in Gujarat. So the phases I told already, I have shown you the picture, you can write down there. And these are the phases, different places, these are the phases were developed. Features of the urban planning. The most striking features of the Harappan civilization is the urban planning, and the Indus cities different from the Sumerian cities in the Mesopotamian civilization. Differed from the Sumerian cities. It is little different. The modern Iraq, while the some Sumerian cities develop around the temple and followed by the circular pattern. So you can understand the Sumerian cities develop around the temple. There was many temple and followed by the circular pattern, and here Indus follow the grid pattern. This is indicate by the regularity of the divisions and alignment of street and planning of the houses, public building and provision of the thoroughfares. The main characteristic of the town planning were following. Each city was divided in two parts, citadel and lower town. Citadel owed its height. I told discuss about the citadel also, and citadel owed its height of the building which were constructed on mud brick platform, and citadel was separated from the lower town by a wall. So there was a classy means a society was classified, or it was also there was also the division in the societies. So it can prove by this city formation. The important building of like a great bath, granaries, assembly hall, all were under of this citadel only. The lower town had the residential building of the people lived and worked. Who were worker level, their residential building were in this lower town. The main street followed grid pattern. I have already showed the grid pattern parallel. This cross the line or road cross each other, north to south or east to west, like that way. So this type of the system is called grid. And the houses at street corner were rounded to allow carts to pass easily. Allow carts to pass means this shape of the road also very means good for passing the carts also. House drains emptied all waste water into the street drain, means all the houses drained were connected with the street drains, and the street crossed the main road and right angles, dividing the city into square rectangular block. I already have shown that all the roads are crossing each other in right angle, so that's why it made the grid like pattern. So today up to the features of the town planning, main characteristic of the town planning of Harappan civilization I have discussed. Next day we'll discuss the rest of the topic of this chapter. Thank you.